Hey, it's Mariah.
And I'm Katie, and we
Woke Up Feral.
On this podcast, we have our shit together.
Until we don't, so come get feral with us.
Let's tear into it.
All right. Yes. Okay. So today I wanted to touch on a topic that I've kind of been dealing with a lot lately. I'm in therapy now, so I think it's really made me think a lot more about myself and like things that I do. I guess, I don't know. Have you ever just like woke up one day and felt like, I guess for me, I kind of woke up and felt like I like wasn't the main character anymore. Like I was just like a background person in my story, kind of looking in, like kind of lost in my life.
Mm-hmm.
As in like maybe I don't know exactly who I am outside of the kids, work, soccer practices, laundry, being a wife. Mm-hmm. Like if you take all of that away, who am I? Who's Mariah? What do I actually like to do?
That's so deep.
I know.
Yeah.
It is, but it's actually like something I'm truly, I guess, I don't know, at this point in my life, I'm 34. I thought that I would have, I don't know, I thought I would have it all figured out, and I'm content. I'm happy. I love my kids. I love work. I love my husband. But then I think one day you wake up and you're like, who is this woman?
Right.
What is she like?
I also think at 34 is when you have those actual thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, you know who you are as a mom and as a...
You know your titles.
Yes.
Let's say.
Yes, and the roles that you have. But you don't know who you are. And you're really only, I feel like, mature enough at that age.
Once you get older.
Yeah, once you get older to start asking and wanting to, like, want to know more about yourself. And like,
yeah.
So I think it's, like, appropriate.
Like, what did I used to like doing? I have no hobbies. The kids are my hobbies.
Right.
I'm really good at dishes.
And it's also like, I'm really good at dishes. It's also like not just like what did I used to enjoy doing, but what do I want to enjoy doing now? And you can also like look at it as like a new chapter, you know, maybe just an idea. So
I don't know.
You're feeling a little lost right now.
I am. Like I don't know. Like
that means your therapist is working.
Really? Is that what that means? So like he's actually making me think about these things and stuff that I was just diving or skimming through, I guess, my life and didn't ever really care.
Yeah, I don't think it's also that you don't really care, but you
or
just...
I didn't think like that, I guess.
Well, and you had other things to worry about, you know what I mean? Like, you just weren't in that place. But honestly, I feel like because you are in a place where you have these set roles that you are good at, you are at a place where you can slow down and say, who am I? Because if you weren't a good mom and you weren't a good employee or boss or those things, then you would still be working towards those aspects, you know.
And then you wouldn't be thinking.
Right, you wouldn't have time to
maybe
think about
I've mastered everything but myself now.
Yeah, I wouldn't say mastered. But
well, thank you for that.
No, but I do think that you are really good at all those other things. And so it's like a fun, nice time to look and say, it's like the right time to say,
well, that's comforting because I thought this was like scary.
I don't think it's, I think it could be, you know?
Yeah. Like feeling, I don't know. It's hard to explain that feeling. Like, do you feel, or I guess, have you ever gone through that? Do you know like what I'm trying to describe, I guess I should say?
Yes, I definitely do. And I think because I am like already through it, I have a different light on it.
Well, that must be nice.
You know what I mean? But I'm also a lot older than you know, at 40 years old.
Like, okay, 6 years.
There's a lot that happens, though, in those years, like from a maturity standpoint. And there does come a time, like...
Are you saying you're more mature than me?
Well, just no. Clearly I'm not. I don't think I have a chance. If you've seen my family, there's no maturity happening here. But
get what you're
in
saying.
the terms of like not caring as much as what everybody thinks, or like you just grow to know. You're like, I'm 40.
Yeah.
Like I don't have all of this baggage in the sense of like friendships, and you have certain things that are happening, but it's not like holding you back in that way, and you just like, you're a little bit lighter. You don't care. But I can definitely relate, because when I was your age is when I was 35, when I got completely sober and decided that my whole life needed to change. And when I got completely sober, I did lose myself, because I was like, who am I? I'm not the
outside
party
of
girl.
this.
I'm not the one running around town. You're not going to see me at the bar. I don't know where I go. If I'm not hanging out at the beach,
where you go?
Where do I go?
Do?
If I'm not riding around in my Chrysler 300 and listening to rap music, who am I? And then I got divorced, so now I'm not a wife. I don't know who that is. I actually lost my job during that time.
Wow.
So that was like a divorce in
itself. That was like really lost.
Yes. So there was a definitely like moment where I remember talking to my therapist and said, like, I don't even know what my favorite color is. Like I don't know what, all of this has been stripped away now. Like, who am I? And that's when I met Perry as well. And so then like Salem came into my life, so I was getting new roles and defining. So it's a little bit different, but I definitely had that moment of like, it wasn't like you're saying, like where I wasn't the main character in my own life, but I was like a new character.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I think this, like, I don't know, for me, everything that I do is for someone else. Everything I do is for the kids. Like, that has been like the biggest thing, is to be a good mother, be like the best mom that I can be. But I think by trying so hard, and every waking moment is dedicated to the kids. I love motherhood. It's probably my favorite. It's like, it's my most favorite title and job. Like I didn't actually, when I was younger, didn't think that I wanted to be a mom. I was like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids, just from some of the just like childhood trauma that you go through, and like relationships that you see that are so toxic. You're like, I don't ever want to do that. And then I became a mom, and I was like, this is what I was meant to be and do. I'm an amazing mother. Like, I love my kids. And then I met Kanani almost 13 years ago. So I've been with him for a decade.
Yeah.
And
it's a long time.
You know what I mean? Been a wife, and I guess at work, I don't know. I guess I just lost myself in motherhood and nurturing someone else, that I like don't make enough time for myself. So then when I start trying to, okay, you know what, let's do something for Mariah today. I look in the mirror and I'm like, what is that? What do I do?
Right.
Do I call up a friend? But then that's still not doing something just for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you find it hard to be alone, like in those moments when you're like, what do I do for myself? Do you tend to
I actually don't
reach
mind
out?
being a loner. Like I like being with people, but I also am totally content being by myself. I think I kind of learned that growing up, that I like became okay with being by myself. But I just don't know what I just sit down and watch TV.
Right.
What
I don't even know the last
you know
time
what I'm
I've
saying?
done that.
But you know what I mean? Like I want like a hobby. I want to go like something that brings me joy besides my kids and my husband and like the dogs at work. And when I search for that, I don't seem to care about anything enough to like want to make time to do it. Does that make sense? I don't think I've found my thing.
Yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about.
Anyways, yeah, I don't actually know. Like I don't. There's nothing that I like
hobby-wise.
Yeah, I don't like. There's nothing that I'm like, oh my God, I love that so much. Like I'm gonna carve out an hour today so that I can do that, because it makes me happy. I don't have any of that besides like just being with my kids.
Right. I find too, like I do have hobbies now. I did feel the same way, and I remember being like, I don't have anything either. And towards the end of my relationship, well, I was actually in this, this is a long story and I'm not going to tell the whole story, but I was in this murder trial situation. And I remember during that,
What? All right.
I murdered someone, and I was on trial for it.
Oh, so you were like a jury member.
Yeah, but I was a jury member. And I remember...
Like you got picked?
I did.
Oh, my God. I've always wanted to be
picked. It was a death row case.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I actually told a little bit about it in the Dry Cauldron, like one of my first episodes, because it changed my life.
Wow.
But because it was so stressful, I did find, like, peace in art, and so I got into, like, collaging, and it was so hard to, like, get past the hump of that, you know, like, actually, like, pulling the stuff out and looking at all the things and, like, actually making the time to do it. But I did, and then I ended up, like, making a shit ton of art for, like, months and months and months, and then I will still go back to that. But I feel like it is just finding those things, but before that, I had nothing either. But now, and we're going to talk about toxic traits later, but one of my toxic traits is, like, finding hobbies and then, like, becoming obsessed with them and not like having to do it. So it's a whole thing, because, like, now I'm into candle making and making little spell jars, and
So now you just have too many.
Now I have too many
hobbies.
things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kanani has a bunch of hobbies that he, like, dives deep in, and they make him so happy, and he can spend hours on them, and I'm just over here like,
but hobbies don't define
hey, kids.
You know what I mean?
I hope not, because then I'm undefinable because I have none.
Like, good news.
Everyone's like, what are your hobbies? I'm like, I have 2 kids. No, that's not a hobby.
So is there something that you are interested in? I mean, because you don't have to have a hobby, but if you wanted to find time to actually do something, what would that look like?
I don't know.
Do you go to the gym?
I do.
So that is something for yourself.
Yeah, but do we always look forward to the gym?
No, I did it in the beginning.
Yeah, I do
now
sometimes.
I do it because it's part of my routine.
Yeah, I go to the gym because I want to look good.
Right.
It's not necessarily because I want to be there.
Right. Yes.
Who wants to? I mean, some people do, but no, it's not because I'm.
So you wouldn't say, like, I'm Mariah and I enjoy working out.
No.
Okay. Well,
No.
that's good. So we can cross that out. Do you enjoy cooking?
I actually do enjoy cooking.
I've seen
I
you
do
in the
love
kitchen.
cooking. Actually, everybody that knows me. Okay, so maybe that's my hobby.
I mean, maybe you could dive into that even a little bit more.
I mean, I cook a lot.
I liked your spaghetti. I know Salem wasn't feeling it.
Oh yeah, the spaghetti that someone had ate the day before.
That was so
yeah, no, it's
funny.
fine. It's fine.
Like, oh, you had spaghetti? I wish you would have told me.
Someone
I
that comes to your house to eat dinner needs to tell you what they ate the night before so that you don't make it again.
And then you did.
Because people don't talk like that. And my spaghetti probably tasted different. But anyways,
It was good. I liked it.
a lot of my friends, like when we have get-togethers, they are like, "Can you cook?" Because like I'm known for that is like one of my, actually a lot of people in my family mention that. So maybe that's like my thing.
Something you could tap into and be like, that is one of the things that you do actually enjoy and that you are actually good at. You know what I mean?
I like decorating.
You're good at decorating.
Yeah.
Too. That's fun.
I like designing.
Yeah. I mean, is this for
Decor.
you? Do you feel like there's ever going to be a time where you have to write like a resume of your life?
No.
Okay.
No, I just I don't know.
Hi, my name's Mariah. I like cooking. Like you're not going on a dating show, so it's like
No, I know, but maybe I don't. Why do I feel like so unfulfilled?
Let's talk about that.
But like, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have 2 hobbies. I like to cook and I like to decorate. I don't decorate every day because obviously that would cost a lot of money to keep redoing my house, and I already do enough and get yelled at it for it. So, I do cook almost every day.
Let's talk about the word unfulfilled.
Why was that a big one?
That's a big word.
Maybe I didn't even use it right. I think I did.
Well, I think you can. I just slipped right out.
I
so
know.
I
Just
feel like, yeah. I mean,
just word vomit.
I don't think it's.
Whoops.
I don't think you feel unfulfilled in your life as a whole. Are you unfulfilled with?
I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm struggling because I've kind of talked about this in therapy. I guess I was never taught growing up like self-care and like self-fulfillment and like how to take care of yourself and your mind and your body. It was always just like shut down, move on. I think that's why I'm like so tough. Mm-hmm. Like I can just keep going and like not let things affect me. I think that goes back to what we've talked about once before, where I was like a lack of emotions, a lack of empathy.
Yeah.
Which is, we'll talk about in the toxic trait episode because I have quite a bit. But maybe that's like what I'm struggling. Maybe that's why like what I feel like maybe is the root cause, and I'm just saying like, oh, I'm lost, or I feel lost, because maybe that's all connected.
I definitely think it's all connected.
You know?
Yeah. I think that the word unfulfilled, there's another word though that's like coming to mind, and I'm not sure. There's a definition for it though, and I don't necessarily think that unfulfilled is what you are. I think for me, I know when I was going through that time too, it was like just wanting to be like the best version of myself. Do you feel like you're there?
No.
Do you? So
100% no.
Maybe you're unfulfilled with where you're at in your journey, not necessarily with your life, but like.
Yeah, I think I do. I'm very grateful. I think I have a good marriage. I think my kids are pretty amazing. I think that I have what a lot of women want and strive for. So I'm very thankful. I just think that maybe that's what it is. I'm just trying to relearn who I am and try to get like, I don't know. I think every time when you grow up and people always like, you need to be selflessness. You need to like this, but maybe we don't always need to be selflessness. Maybe we need to like also check in and make sure we're okay. Cause I think 34 years of not checking in on myself now, I think therapy's opened the door of like, no, actually that's not okay. You need to learn to regulate your emotions, because I can't. I've clearly learned that that's not my strongest suit.
I've seen that a little bit.
Oh, thank you.
I'll confirm that. What else do you got?
Like, just a little hothead. No, but like this is real. I don't know. So maybe it's like all tying in, and I just don't know how to get out or explain this feeling that is just eating me away while I guess I'm trying to do this journey and figure things out. I don't know.
I think you're right where you need to be at, especially in therapy. Like I said, like I've been going to therapy for a really long time. And when I did start going, I do feel like I was lost. I had multiple different lives going on, you know, and I wasn't quite sure which direction I wanted to go in, but I knew that I couldn't keep up all of these different avenues.
It's like a charade.
Yeah. Like I was married, but I was also like a professional, but I also like went out and partied all the time, and no one really even knew about that life. And
well,
so
you work hard,
like,
you play hard.
Yeah. And I definitely played hard. But it was like, really for me, it was like kind of tying all of those things in. And my goal, I remember telling my therapist, is like, I just want one life that I'm happy about, that I'm proud of, that makes sense.
So you don't have to keep up with everything anymore.
Yes, exactly. And I remember her like breaking some of that stuff down in terms of just like simplicity of like, your partner, are you happy with that? Are you happy with where you live, your home, like your necessities, your finances, your job? So like if you have those things and you can cross those things off, then you can move forward. Yeah. It's like at that time I wasn't happy with any of those things. So I really had to work through all of that.
Yeah, you kind of had to start.
Yes, you do have a lot of those things crossed off. So you're at the place where you can really like just look at yourself as like a woman, you know, like who, and then so you can ask yourself like, who do I want to be and show up for as a woman, for myself first, and then the role model for my kids. That's
the biggest thing. Yes, that's one of the things, like learning. I think once you start therapy, they have all these tools and things that make you think about stuff that you've never even knew like existed to think about. And that's one thing we're going through, is like all of these triggers, all of these trauma responses that I have, and like this, like I'm like a solution person. So too. Like if you come to me and you're crying or you're upset about something, you have a problem, even if it's you just want to come to me to vent, I'm constantly trying to fix it. Like some people don't need you to fix it. A lot of times, like with my kids, this was a big thing for me. I'm a fixer. I need solutions. Like I want to get to an end game. And my therapist is like, he's like, but sometimes your kids just want you to listen. Yeah. You don't need to fix it for them. And I was like,
that's hard.
I never thought about it like that, but I do that with everyone. Right. With everyone.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
And now you might be feeling.
And I try to do it myself.
Yeah. A little bit overwhelmed because you are getting more tools, which is like exciting, but you're like, I have a whole toolbox full of shit now, and I don't really know how to use all of them.
And I can use them.
Yes. So you're like, I'm going to pick this up. I don't really know what to do with it, but I'm going to try to use it.
Well, then it's like, because I want to fast forward in solution. So I'm trying to use all of these tools at the same time to like hurry up and just fix myself. And then he's like, it's not a sprint. Like you're not.
Yeah.
So now you're going to, if you do that, you're going to keep making mistakes because like, it's not.
It's a good analogy.
So I'm like, oh, there's no fulfillment because I'm not getting to the end. Where's the end?
Yeah.
Why aren't we here? Why isn't this fixed?
Yeah, my therapist, and I think we joked about this in the very first episode, was that she said, like, there's no finish lines, you know, and it was like, well, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't want to do this. I quit. Done.
I am a sprinter, and I will get to the finish line so I can check the box off. But I do think that that's probably what you're feeling, because I definitely felt the same way. And when, like, you're where you need to be because you are recognizing that you're not fulfilled, that you're not where you want to be at, you know.
I think
you're
fulfilled
working,
like with myself.
Yes, and we'll be
just
clear
to clarify.
on that.
Yes,
and that's fine. I think that's like appropriate and where you're at this age and in your life, but that you are asking for help, you're in therapy, you're getting tools, and so now you're like, what do I do with them? How do I use them?
How do I use them to become a better mother and set an example for the kids so that they don't struggle with this?
Right. Yeah. And I
think
think
that's a big thing.
Well, that's you going back to being a mom, though, too.
I know.
So that is right there something that I would maybe recognize when you're doing that, because, like, when we're discussing something like this right now,
fix it for yourself.
First
not
has
your
to be for
kids.
yourself. You know what I mean? So, like, I want to be the best woman I want to be for myself, because at the end of the day, really, you know, like, everybody could go away. Your kids can move away. Your husband
say
could
that.
go. But
remember my biggest fear?
I know, but that's the truth. So, like, you have to
knock
be
on
happy
wood
with yourself first. And I think that that's something that I did whenever right after I got divorced, I joined this women's group, and it was super helpful. And I thought I just needed guidance because I was floundering. I was just like...
Well, I think that's something, too. I mean, and you've gone through this, like, people in recovery and rehab, you can't get better if you're doing it for someone else.
Exactly.
You have to do it for yourself.
You have to do it for yourself. You're not going to change for someone else, and nobody's going to change for you.
Well, if you do, it's going to be like a temporary in that moment, and that's it.
Exactly. And I knew, like, I was getting older, and that I was, like, ready to make some really big changes, because I was like, I cannot keep living like this, you know? So, like, getting into that women's group slowed me down, but also gave me some structure, which therapy is doing for you. And it gave you ideas on, like, how to look at yourself as a woman. Like, how do you define womanhood? And how do you define, like, what does being a woman look like to you? For you, not for your job, not for your husband, not for your kids yet, you know?
Yeah.
And so,
fix yourself first.
Yeah. And just, like, I
it's
never
intimidating.
really thought about, like, even the term
it's a little
woman.
scary.
Like, I'm a woman. I always kind of thought of myself as, like, a child still. And I still do. But
I'm like, how am I 34? I still feel like a kid.
I know. I think about that all the time. I'm like, wait, I'm responsible for doing these things? Like, Mom, where's my mom?
Yeah.
You know?
No, seriously.
So I think, though, when you really, like, identify, and maybe that's the first thing you do is, like, identify, like, I am a grown woman. What does that look like? Is that powerful? Is it balanced? Is it
balanced? I'm supposed to keep two humans alive. I can barely keep my phone charged.
I know. So it's hard.
Balanced is like a scam. Like, that's fake.
That's hard. That's a hard one for me. I also am like an all or nothing person.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of balance.
No, I like to, and I'm struggling with that in just like in a co-parenting sense right now. Like, I need it all or I need nothing, you know, and like that doesn't really. Life doesn't work like that. Yeah. So you're constantly using tools in that realm as well. Just in like thinking of balance. What does that look like? Like, there's always a scale out, trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
You're never going to master that.
No, it's hard. I don't think we're going to master. That's probably like the biggest thing is I want to get past this and master it and be done and be like, oh, check my box. I good. I got you. I know who you are. But it's not that easy. I'm really starting to realize. And the deeper I get in therapy and the more we talk about myself and all of these things, I'm like, oh, this is even deeper.
Right.
This is going to take longer.
Yeah. And for you, too, it's like I think that you're like a strong, powerful person. And I think you're trying to find a little bit of weakness too. Like it's okay to be soft, not weak,
Mm-hmm.
to be softer. And I think you're
Well,
struggling with that.
But I think a lot of, I do think I am very strong, but I think that I was built that way. And I think that deep down, I'm not actually, like I am when I need to be. But I think there's actually
And it's a trauma response.
a lot of softness that I never let anyone see.
Yeah,
You
so
know what I
then,
mean?
like with that and through
That
therapy.
comes out with the kids.
Yeah.
It's like, they get it.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think through therapy, you're going to find where you're going to be able to identify all of those moments where you're like, this isn't, I'm reacting like this because of this, and I should probably dial it back.
Or maybe it's like, it's okay to react soft. Like, I don't have to be strong all the time. It's okay to let someone see that side. They're not going to take advantage of it. Like, you can just show that side. Whereas, no, like, I need to be tough and badass.
Right. And I think it's
24/7, so people don't mess with me.
Yeah, which is, I
I'll come for
lived
you.
that for a really long time too, and I've said that before too, like definitely through like the changes in my life and sobriety and everything, I definitely got a lot softer, and
Just
I've
a little
had to
too
learn, like it
You had
just
to
really,
build it back up.
Yeah, I had to build it back up, but not too much. And,
Oh my God,
and
there's
in
like,
the certain spots.
Is there a happy medium?
And you got to find where it's happening and in and out. And I've been telling Perry the last couple of days, like, this is me processing. I'm trying to find a way to regulate my emotions because I want to fix this, but I don't want to overreact, you know?
Yeah. It's hard. I think that's, I was talking to my therapist about some kind of along the lines, and he was like, this is something that you're going to, you'll never know exactly what to do in every situation. You're going to have to think about it. So even if you learn how to regulate your emotions, you learn, like, I can be soft, I can be strong in this situation. You're still going to have to think about what reaction, that stop before and think about it before you react. That was like that. I still am struggling with that.
But you're aware of it.
Oh, I'm aware.
People,
I'm aware what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's just fixing
doing
said
part.
knee-jerk reaction is, we're still not there yet.
Yeah. So I think that's all, like, good things to remember too. Like, it's not, I think if you're happy with like who you are, then some of the like the small nuances of like what my hobby is isn't necessarily as important. But if that's what is going to bring you happiness, then you need to figure that out.
I think too, I'm gonna need to really come to terms with like if I need to regulate, or if I need like to go do a hobby or think about something, it's okay to like walk away.
Yes.
Because I have a lot of, I feel like as a mom, and I'm sure a lot of moms can relate, like when you have your kids, you know it's about them. It's always about them. It's about your husband. It's about what you need to do. Like, no, you can help yourself later. Like I get so much guilt, especially mom guilt. Yeah. Okay, I need to take a day and just go and do something. No, why? That's selfish. Right. You need to be a mom.
How dare you?
And that's like the biggest thing for me. And it's so bad that now, like Kanani's gotten us some anniversary trips like in the past couple years, and our babysitter will come and stay and like watch the kids, and I by like the next morning, just one night away, I'm like anxious mom guilt. I can't even enjoy myself because I feel like
what do you think's gonna happen?
I need to be there, but I don't know. Is it because it's mom guilt, or do I trust her fully? Yeah. It's not that I think
and you trust your kids.
Yeah, it's like an internal, but I also suffer with anxiety.
You feel like you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, it feel like I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, I know. I feel that way
like
as well.
Yeah,
I was actually just the other day. Luckily, my therapist said, you know, I a lot of times feel like I'm not allowed to be sick. You know, there
100%
is another person in the family who is sick all the time. So God forbid I be sick. I'm not allowed to be sick. That it can't look like that. You know, Salem can't see me sick. She can't see me upset. I'm not allowed to cry.
Yep.
And the therapist said, no, you're allowed to do all of those things. Like, I hear what you're saying. I understand why you feel that way, but it's actually,
she actually needs
not.
To see it.
Yes.
That's what mine told me too.
And she said, and I said, well, I don't feel like I'm allowed to leave. You know, God forbid I leave in the middle of it. And you've actually told me this.
Because I don't want them to think like I abandoned them or something. Like, why would they think that I've never abandoned them?
Right. Yeah. And you're going to come back, right?
Yeah.
So you come back.
But like, then, what are they thinking?
Yeah. In the moment, what are they
thinking?
She's leaving me, you know.
They're not going to love me anymore.
And she said, like, you do not have to be perfect. You do not have to stay. You don't have to deal with if they're being mean to you. You can say like you're being mean.
You can stand up for yourself.
Yeah, and you've had to tell me that a couple times too. Like, Katie, you really need to say something.
And see, it's funny because I can like tell you, but then to like take your own advice. So, like, okay, I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah. Do what I do. I'm telling you all the things. I'm the best mother in the world.
But I've gotten better at sticking up for myself with Leilana. Like, Luke doesn't really.
He's such an angel.
He really is. But Leilana's like, she's a girl. And she is very blunt, and we've taught her to like use her words, which is like but it's not great when she's using not so nice words on you. She's also suffering with like frustration and she's like at 4, she's learning how to regulate her emotions, and I'm trying to give her that space that I didn't have so that she can learn at a younger age. But she like will be really mean. And so now I've started this thing where when she says something not so nice, I just calmly tell her like, that's not nice to talk to mommy like that. Yeah. That's hurtful and mean, and those words aren't nice. And you need to go sit in your room, and I'm going to start like a 10-minute timer. Yeah. And so you can think. And
Salem does great with
she'll
the timer.
She'll go in there, and she may be crying because that's one thing. Like, you can take stuff away from her; she doesn't care. But you make her go sit in a room, like away from you. Yeah. Something about that is like she doesn't.
She's like, "What is?" And then you're thinking, what is she thinking?
Yeah, and then so usually I only I'll do a 10-minute time and I last for like 4 minutes, but that's fine.
I know.
But I set it in the living room so she can't hear it, and then I go in there and she's usually calm by then, and we sit down and she's very receptive when we talk. Yeah. So I've started this just in the past like 2 weeks, and I feel like it's actually like calmed her quicker than when I would just scream back at her.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely makes
obviously, but like
Yeah, well, and that's all to just like tying it all back into the guilt and all of that, like you don't want to hurt their feelings. You feel like you have to be perfect.
But it's okay.
And those are some of my toxic traits that we'll talk about as well. But, you have to give yourself some grace. And I think, while you're having these moments of like, quote unquote feeling lost, perhaps, you just have to like give yourself some grace and know that you're like right where you need to be. Yeah. And if you're not having these feelings of like questioning who you are, then you're not in the right place right now. You know what I mean? And you are, because like, and like I said, like you have a good therapist. If
I love him.
You're having these thoughts and you're starting to wonder like who I am as a woman.
Diving in.
Yes, he's doing his job.
Triggering what he needs to.
Exactly. So I think maybe let go of the expectation of these hobbies and things like that, like
maybe you don't need a hobby.
Well, and maybe you do, but those will come when you have the time.
It's part of my grasping for straws, trying to find the solution. I need to
because
stop.
if I am a knitter and now all of a sudden I crochet scarves, that's gonna make you something,
I don't know,
better,
fulfilled. Just kidding, I like that word. I'm grasping. I don't know.
What I think fulfilled me though is taking the time. Though I do think like not necessarily taking the time to craft or do something, but taking the time to do nothing like that. Yeah. Because we are doers.
Maybe to recharge.
Yes, because we're doers
Constantly
and we're fixers,
going.
and it's like I'm creating new projects for myself every day. So when I am having these moments of feeling lost, it's because I'm like lost in so much
in the race. But see, I like schedule oriented. Like, so at 5 we're doing this, and then the moment that gets over, we're diving into this. That's like how my days are. Work, school pickup line, then go to soccer. Like, it's all planned out, and I know.
I think you feel fulfilled to say in those moments, you know what? Not all the time. You don't do this all the time, but be like, I'm not going to soccer practice tonight. I'm going to go but then, to the lake, and I'm going to meditate.
When there's extra time, though, I'm like...
You're already stressing out just even thinking about saying that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
That's a problem.
Well, then, but that like leads back to other things that like we've dived into, like my fear of not being around all the time. Will they resent me because I wasn't there that one time? But that's like childhood trauma that I'm bringing into my motherhood, which they wouldn't. Actually, Luke said the other day we were driving home and he was like, what did he say? He said something, and God, I don't remember what we were on the subject, but I was like, no, I'll always be in the stands. I'm always there. And he's like, I know, Mom. I know you're always there. And I'm like, okay. And then he said something and he was just like, that was really deep, Mom. And I'm like, I know. I just want you to know. I'll always be there in the stands for you.
Actually, forever.
And then
I'll
he
be
said,
in your dreams when you're a grown man.
about, like driving the car off the road or something. And I was like, that's not funny. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, so I can't do dark humor? And I was like, God, how old is he?
Yeah, I know.
It's like, no, not when it comes to you.
No, we're not doing all of that, son.
But like, he's so sweet.
He is good to you.
But it's my shit, not his shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He would never think that.
No, and if you took a moment to, or even like I
think if I took more moments, I could be an even better mother.
I do think that.
You know?
I think I remember when I first met Perry, there was a lot of issues with like regulation because of, his ex and things like that coming in. And I would spiral and I would have this like, I just didn't know how to deal with that. And he would be like, why don't you just take 5 minutes? And we'd be at the park. Salem's with us, all of this. A text has come in. Now I don't know.
Yeah. You're spiraling. You're freaking out.
And he says, why don't you just take 5 minutes? Go sit over there by the tree and just meditate.
Wow, what a good guy.
He's amazing. Just meditate. And I'm like, right now? Like in this moment. And he was like, yeah, like I'll go take Salem. And it was so helpful to like just take the moment out to pause and to just relax and regroup and ground. So like it doesn't even sometimes have to be doing something.
Yeah,
it could
I get what you're saying.
Doing nothing or just silence, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I need to get better at finding like a silence or like a regrouping, I think, before different actions, or I feel overstimulated a lot. So I think if I did more like stepping away, or that's a toxic trait I have. I can't accept help. I want help, but I don't accept it.
So is this, I'm just going back. I was just thinking, like, is this lost feeling about, like, do you want to find is it about hobbies? Like,
I don't know. I think I don't know. I think, I don't necessarily think it's about any hobbies, although I do have none of those. I cook.
Let's just really quick run through. If you could do 3 things, like, and you just could pick them up. It's just pick up a hobby, and you were good at them. What would you pick up?
If I was good at them, I'm not good at them, though.
Yeah, but like these are my hobbies. I'm Mariah, and I am a violinist.
I would love to be Lindsay Sterling, but I'm not.
Right. But that's okay.
But if I could, okay.
If you could, just pretend for a minute.
God, I don't know.
This is good. This is a good practice. You're welcome.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
You know why you don't know?
I'm not really good at anything.
It doesn't really matter that much. There you go. Those things don't define you. They don't. I mean, if it really mattered to you, you would already, because of the type of person you are, you would already have something in the back of your mind where you would be like I want to be a break dancer.
Oh, I can already do that. So
exactly. So there
just
you
kidding.
go. But no, I'm just kidding.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I just don't put too
No,
much
there's nothing
weight
that I
on
want to
it.
do that I mean, I would love to, like, Kanani's good at everything. Maybe that's why.
Perry is the same way.
Hobbies,
yes.
and I'm like, why?
Yeah. Perry's just always diddling the guitar.
Like, you can pick something up, and in 2 seconds, you're so good. Like, I feel like I'm not good at anything, and you're good at everything.
And maybe that's what we need to do, too, is, like, write down what are you good at? And maybe it's just writing a few things down every now and then that says, and that is part of the things when I did the radiant
relationship. Some of those things aren't necessarily hobbies, though. It's just, like, personality traits.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, you have things that you bring to the table.
Looking too far into it at this point.
Yeah, but I think it's okay to look far ahead as well. But there is no finish line.
Yeah, no.
So today, your hobby is cooking, and that makes you happy. You're a great mom, and it's like those things do. Being a mom does define you. Being a leader defines you. Being a wife defines you. But also being a woman defines you. You know, and then you just have to define what kind of woman you want to be, and you just work towards that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It?
Well, maybe after like months more, maybe we can like check back in and see where we're at.
I have
Or maybe
already
a year
seen so
or
much
so.
progress.
In me?
Yes.
Okay.
I am serious.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you've even said that. I mean,
certain things, yes, but
I mean, when you badmouth me
I
and
mean,
harass
sometimes
me,
like you need to be harassed though to like get yourself together.
yeah, and I actually
So.
don't mind that because I don't really have anybody that
But
will
it
do
comes
that for
from a
me.
place of
Love.
yes.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It,
that's
like,
it
yeah.
doesn't bother me.
It doesn't come from a place of hate or anything.
No, because I just give it right back, and I'm like, bitch.
But see, I need that. I
Mhm.
like it. Like I like when you call me bitch.
Right. And
Lizzie
I like
does
when you're
too.
like,
that's how we refer to each other.
where
It's like a
at-
term
where
of
are you at?
endearment.
Yes. Yeah. I like
Mhm.
when you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like when someone is like, "Oh, hey, honey," I'm like, which no, that was a bad example. Like when someone's being too nice, I'm like,
what
what's
are you
wrong
doing
with you?
Yeah. You're. What are,
And
you're
then I'll
being
make a weird,
sketchy.
awkward joke to
Oh.
make it, and then I'll talk shit to them. Like, your
Oh.
hair looks really flat today.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm
You
fine.
said that to me.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it up again.
My hair's thinning because I'm stressed.
It doesn't. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. I don't feel beautiful today, but that's
Really?
okay. It's okay.
You do
Because
look
I know I'm beautiful on the inside. That's all that matters.
You are on the outside too.
Thank you so much. This is
Sometimes,
good.
like when we're like podcasting, I'm like, oh, she looks so good in the video, and then I look like a
I always think the same about
big-armed-
you. No, I always
big-armed
think
Bertha.
I always think you have such pretty skin. Big Bertha. Big arm
really because
Bertha.
I'm going through like a no more on birth control. I'm not having a baby. Kanani's got a vasectomy. Let me just put that out there. But I stopped birth control because why am I doing?
Because my whiskers have been growing in.
No hair, God. No, but like I was on birth control since like the age of 14
Yeah.
and 20, what is that, 20 years?
That's a
I'm
long
thir-
time.
I finally was like, I think this is mentally screwing me up. Like I feel,
I've heard that it is good to
so then I
detox
took,
from all that.
I've been
Mhm.
off of it and I'm having like 16-year-old acne.
That could also be why you're like your
I didn't
emotions.
think about
yeah, it's your
that.
hormones. Yeah, so you are
God.
also regulating.
But I'm also on like vitamins to like help.
Mhm.
But I bet you like all of this emotions are like therapy, no birth control. Like I'm actually
It's a
feeling
whole
all of
thing.
these things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. It's probably just that.
So, when you look in the mirror now, going forward, do you feel like you're?
I
Can
just
you
like,
give
"What's
main
up, bitch?"
character energy?
I mean, I am a main character.
I know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want you to feel like you don't have a role in your own life as yourself.
I was gonna say, I think I do know I have roles in my life. I think I start thinking, oh, okay, if I remove this role and this role and this role and this role.
But guess what?
But I guess that all those roles
You
make
would
up
never
my role.
remove
Yeah.
those things.
No, of course
you know.
not.
So it's like
No.
it has to. Those things have to be
yeah.
there.
I think I'm just in like a
wanted
confused state right now.
you- Mhm, that's okay.
But I think I think a lot of women go through that. Like I've actually talked to a couple and like I was talking to you about that the other day. I was like, "Can we talk about this?"
Yeah.
You're like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
that's deep." I already kind of did that.
Yeah.
But it was nice to know like, okay, so this is normal. Like
Yes.
you don't have to feel alone. Talk to your best friend, talk to your mother, talk to your aunt, talk to another woman
Mhm.
or anyone and talk about it because it makes me feel less alone knowing like, okay, I'm not just crazy. I'm not just
No.
like a weird person that doesn't know who she is.
No.
Because you can on the outside, and probably before I said that, you never knew that I was going, like I felt that way. Huh?
No.
Look like I
Mm-mm.
have it all
I
together.
knew you were in therapy, so I knew that there were some things coming out, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
have assumed that you.
I
were
feel like
feeling
everyone's like, oh, she's got
lost.
it all together.
Yeah.
She looks great. She's all buttoned. Probably
All
people
buttoned up.
probably think
nice
that.
and tidy.
But
And they probably think that I'm a mess, and I'm like, when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm my most authentic self. And they're like, ooh, wow, I would have
She's
never
not a
guessed. So she's not a mess. Like, so this is her actually cleaned up.
yikes.
But I think that's the beauty in it because it's like,
What did you look like?
yeah, I know. It's a disaster.
Why do I keep touching Okay. Anyways, all right, guys. Well, thank you for diving deep today.
Do you feel
and
better?
I do.
That's good.
I do.
I hope that I didn't minimize your feelings.
Not at all.
This is solution oriented here. I'm like, no, we're not actually feeling that way. We're feeling this way.
I think
okay.
I think you made me realize that I don't have to cling to something that is like, what is that called? Like when you have something
Tangible.
Yes, I don't have to
Mhm.
cling to like a tangible item or hobby to feel fulfilled. And I don't know why I keep saying that word. It's just what keeps popping in my head. Or to like know who I am. I can be myself without needing something.
Yes.
I can just be my true self.
Right. And you might pick something up later and it'd be a hobby and be like, this is
Watch, I'm going to call you next week and be like, look what I'm doing.
I know, and I'd be like, oh shit, she didn't learn one thing.
No.
Now
she's got 18 tune in next week for my 18 new hobbies that I'm not that good at.
She's painting by number.
Karaoke.
I don't hate that.
I'm not that good.
Okay, well, even if you did, but there are things. Just remember, everyone listening, you do not have to have a laundry list
hobbies
of hobbies
don't define you.
To define you. You don't have to know who you are to feel like a proud, strong woman, a complete, fulfilled person. You don't have to have it all figured out, everything in due time. And I think that this is good. I feel good about this. Yeah. I hope you do too.
No, I think it really, I don't know. I guess. I don't know.
Chip away at it.
Yeah.
It's like we said, it's not, there's no finish line.
We're going to keep doing work.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep learning.
There's more work to be done. And like you said, like when I do look in the mirror now, I worked really hard on the person that I am today. And I know I'd be silly. Yeah. And I'm silly and all that, but that is part of who I am. But like, I know that some of the big things that I had going on in my life, I did check those things off.
And you got through some shit.
Yeah. And it's about being confident in who you are, confident in the mess, confident in the good stuff, and just knowing like every day I'm just trying to be my best self. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we're all trying to do. So,
yep.
All right.
All right, guys. So just remember,
stay feral, not fragile.
fragile.